So I had dealt with this for a couple, like a year or so, with no one purchasing anything. I wasn't selling a lot like I used to on THRIFTBABE. And then I, tried to change and do things differently, and that still didn't work. And I'm thinking, okay, Lord, what is going on? I'm not able to sell anything. Within the thrift store, I wasn't able to find a lot of stuff. And it was just becoming like I was supposed to stop. The clothes selling was supposed to slow down for me. I just really started feeling that. Like, God is closing this out for me. And after all these years, I just couldn't believe it. I was just kind of devastated a little bit. Like, this is all I know how to do. I'm just being honest. This is all that I've been doing. This is all that I know. I had a store before, that was halfway successful. But then when that was over, I didn't know what I was going to do. So I had to start, and to keep up with my entrepreneurial side of me, I said, well, you know what? I'm going to go on Instagram and I'm going to, open up something on there. So I did that. And that worked for a little bit of time. That was decent, and I made money doing that. But as of lately, like within the last year, within 2 years, I started seeing that I wasn't selling anything. So I'm just like, okay, God, what is this? What is this about? Nobody's buying anything. There's so many different ways that people are selling their things now. They're doing live sales. They're doing all kind of stuff that I was not even used to doing, because I was like an old school person in this selling. I just did the straight basics, put my stuff out there, showed them. The most that I was doing was, the most advanced thing that I had started doing was the modeling of the clothes. That's like the most advanced thing that I was doing, within line to the millennials, with what they're doing, because they show their clothes too. But the live selling, I don't have that. I didn't have it where people could shop on the website, for real. I didn't have that. So I did open up a couple websites, but it just, was not working for me. And I didn't really give it a long enough chance probably to work. But, that I quit. I stopped that. So I didn't see instant success with it. But to make a long story short, I just really feel that God stopped the clothes selling for a reason. And then earlier this year, I heard God tell me, I'm just being obedient, walking, doing what I need to do, focusing on Him and just doing what I need to do. And I'm thinking it's going to get better with my selling of the clothes. I know this is going to get better for me. It has to, because this is what I do. This is what I do. So I know God's going to have me find some stuff. I'm going to be able to get on here, show my things. Maybe I'm just in a low period at this point. But after I started seeing that even within me doing more and more and more and more and showing more clothes and, doing different things and showing them in different ways, and nobody was buying nothing. My prices were getting lower and lower and lower. $5, $3, $2, $1. Like, I started seeing a pattern. The pattern that I started seeing is, and I started thinking like, well, maybe I am to not be selling clothes. For some reason, this is just not working anymore. And some things, everything comes to an end sometime, at one point in our life. Everything's going to come to an end. I just couldn't imagine that this was coming to an end for me. So what ended up happening is, there was just one day I just said, you know what? I'm not doing this no more. After all the years of selling clothes, it hit me that this may not be what I'm supposed to be doing at this time. There's something that I'm supposed to be doing. What is it? And then I heard God say, I have something better for you. And I'm thinking, okay, you have something better for me. Now, in my sense, whenever I hear the word better from God speaking it to me, I am not thinking, I never think wealth, riches, No, I don't think like that. You know, maybe you do, but I don't think like that for my case. I try to remain just, you know, just chill about it. Like, okay, God, you have something better for me. Better in my sense is me becoming a better person. That's how I look at better when he says better for me. And so that's how I looked at it. I tried to sell the clothes again, even though I knew he was like, this is over for you. I tried it like 5 or 6 times to sell the clothes over and over, and coming on with videos and showing new stuff, and bought a few new things, and nobody bought nothing. So that just triggered me, and it alerted me to say, maybe this is it. This is it. You're not to sell clothes anymore. You're done. And I finally had to accept that. And I can actually say I'm headed to the thrift store right now, but I'm headed to look for myself some stuff. I'm not looking for any clothing to resell them. So, and I've been doing this. This is like my 4th time shopping just for me. I'm not shopping for anyone, buying clothes for anyone. So I think it's finally set in for me that the selling of the clothes is over for me. I'm not to be selling clothes in that way anymore, and I'm at peace with that. I'm at peace. So this is, and then when God said that I'm supposed to tell my story on here, give my testimony, I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe that's, but I can't make money doing that. That's what I'm thinking. Like, how am I gonna make money doing that? But what he said to me is, I'm building a trust. You have to trust me in all things. And I'm thinking, okay, I see it now. It's so clear. God wants me, and he wants my total reliance on him and my total trust on him, trust in him. And that's how it has to be. So it may be I do a few videos, and he may release me and say, okay, you're done. I may do a month long of videos. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to I'm being obedient, but I don't know what the process is. I'm just doing what I'm required to do. So if I'm required to show and do and talk about my life and tell my truths and how God delivered me and healed me and helped me and brought me through various things that I've been going through, and I'm at peace now about it, for sure I'm at peace. He gave me his peace, and that is a struggle to get peace. Peace is a big, big thing when you are going through a lot of stuff. If you don't have peace, if you don't have God's peace, that's the biggest thing for me that I was wanting, and I finally have that. I'm so thankful. There's a lot of things that I'm still working on, like he said, I'm working on me totally trusting him. I don't totally trust. I always try to do things in my own way. I'm stubborn, and I'm not always relying on God. I'm just being very honest. I'm just being very real. I always think that there's something that I can do to speed things up, to make things go faster, to make it go better, but God is saying, I'm shutting this down, because you got to have total trust in me for what I have for you to do, for the better that I have for you to do, that I have for you. So I just have to listen and be obedient. That's why I'm doing the videos. He said it's to help somebody. And if it's to help somebody, I'm all for that, because there have been many a times that I have been helped so much. And I've said this before, but through and with and through everyone, and a lot of times nobody know nothing about me. Nobody really knows anything about me. I'm never really on Facebook. People know that I sell the clothes and stuff, but nobody really knows who I am like that. So, and that's fine with me. But what I'm saying is, whenever I was going through something, there was always somebody who kind of knew what I was going through. God had somebody always knowing my heart for some reason, and that's just how God works, and that people would always come and give me, when I was very discouraged about Thrift Babe, someone would always say something encouraging to me, whenever I was doing something on Thrift Babe, like, you know, you inspire me, you know, I like your clothes or whatever, you know, and that did keep me going. That kept me going, and I'm so thankful for that. But now I know that the selling the clothes is over. God has something better for me, and I'm ready for that. You know, I'm ready for that. Whatever is going to help someone, I'm ready to do that. I'm all in for that, because I know when I needed help, people came to me. You know, God sent them to me. He sent them to minister to me, to encourage me, to lift me up. You know, even when I had to shop on Main Street, whenever I was having down times or whatever, they were always there to inspire me, to talk to me, to give me peace about certain stuff. Or if they felt that they was coming to tell me things, you know, they would talk about stuff, and I'm like, oh Lord, I was contemplating various little stuff, you know, or whatever, and they're like, don't do that. Whatever I was going through within the business or within my personal life, they're like, just hang in there, you're gonna be okay. So if that's what I'm to do, then I have to do what I have to do, because I have to be obedient, and I'm ready for it. You know, I'm ready for that. I'm thankful that he's trusting me to even do it. You know, I'm thankful for that. And it's so funny that now that I'm not selling the clothes, I think of all the people that I met on here while I was selling the clothes. And, you know, and there are people who, like I said, who have talked to me very encouraging on here to keep me going every day. Whenever you saw me come on here selling the clothes, somebody has said something kind to me. Somebody was, you know, very, very real with me about what I was doing. And I'm so thankful for that. So I just have to give back. So that's what I'm planning to do. I am trying to get the video started. And that's all I can do. And, you know, just tell about what I've experienced in my life. Talk a little bit about business. Talk about motherhood, womanhood, femininity. What I've learned about men. You know, from me not being with men for 10 years. What I've learned about that is, you know, I love men, and I was not always the nicest when I was in relationships. I wasn't, you know, I was not always the kind, nice girlfriend, you know, that people are in a relationship with somebody. I'm not the nice partner, you know what I'm saying? But God has healed me from all of that, you know, he really has. And I am so thankful for just being able to come and tell my story, because I pray that it will help somebody. You know, it should help you. If you have been going through things, or for the young ladies who go through stuff, I have a heart for you. I have a heart for men who deal with women, because I was that woman who deal with women who aren't kind and nice to them. You know what I'm saying? I do. And I feel for that. And so I'm going to come on here, and I'm just going to do whatever God wants me to do. And when that's over, it's over, you know, and I can move on to whatever else he has for me to do. But for right now, that's what I will be doing. You know, for today, that's what I'm doing. And we'll see about tomorrow if he has me do a video. This might be the only video. You know, I don't know. But we'll see what he has for me to do within my obedience to him. So I will see you all later if that's God's will. And I do have, you know, I'm ready to share my story.